So Saban's back in studio. Okay, well, don't react. What the fuck was that? You can talk.
Oh, I didn't know if we were starting. My bad.
Yeah, no, we're on, dude. We're live as fuck.
Didn't get the intro music, huh? No, it's
yeah,
fine.
I mean,
it's
you
fine.
didn't hear the...
Well, I thought it was still going, so we were waiting for it to finish.
No.
We don't do
We don't wait for
anything
nobody
behind the
around
books,
here, dog.
bro.
We don't wait for nobody around here.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
No.
So what were you saying before, like, we started? What were you... The story about...
Okay,
Titty
so
touching.
do you want me to say what we were talking about that got me into telling that story?
No,
So let's
probably not
just
the
say-
person at school. Probably not that.
But I'll just say sometimes people be acting a little different than how they truly are to get around people they probably aren't
Would not
normally
have-
allowed
yeah.
to be around in that capacity. And what I mean by that is like... No, I'm not even going to say it.
I knew where you were. I was like, hey,
He's gonna
Cody's
run.
talking. All right, I'm not saying shit.
Yeah,
Go ahead, brother.
No.
All right.
But sometimes people get passes, and like
Yeah.
somebody got a pass, and I was like, hey man, that's not fair. You shouldn't even be doing what you're doing with that pass. All right. So when you're a kid and you're around your sisters, they have friends, and sometimes you're around one sister and it's just all their friends, not like all your sisters. Because I have 3 sisters. Sometimes I'd be hanging out with Tiffany and Amber. Their friends are not as cool.
Right.
You know,
right.
but my sister Amy.
What was that?
I'm just
In
like,
a few minutes.
That's that pass I was telling you about.
Yeah, see, with my sister, it was just... And my girl cousins, they just fucking dressed me up as a fucking girl when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See,
that also.
that's the early stages. So
Yeah.
they'll do shit like that. They're like oh,
youngins?
it's a boy.
Yeah.
He's younger than us. Let's take advantage of this situation.
Put him
That's
in a dress and
Dress
fucking
him?
heels.
Yeah, but I like
photo.
that shit. I don't know why.
Blackmail
Always
that
a
shit.
picture.
I mean, not
Always
anymore.
a picture.
Got to.
Sometimes there's footage. Hey, where did that happen? We didn't even have cameras.
Yeah, that was the 1940s, bro.
Yeah, dude,
we don't
what's
have
going on
fucking.
here? So the evolution of that, like, let's dress them up, is I'm hanging out with my sister Amy, and we're in like an apartment complex I've never been to.
How old are you at this point?
Dude, I'm probably 8 or 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm like,
Oh, real.
what'd you say?
I said real.
Yeah, right. And now I know where this apartment complex is because I drive by and I think about that memory. Okay, so at the time I had no idea where the fuck we were because you don't drive, so you don't know what the city looks like. You're just like, we are now in this location of the city. We're hanging out with her friends, and her friends are like, "You ever touch a titty?" And I'm like,
I'm 8.
"No, ma'am. I've never touched a titty." This girl has got to be 13. I mean, not even that much older than me, but like, she has boobies. Like, boobies. That's where we're at this point in my life.
That's
you
where
know?
you still are at this point in your life,
Well,
huh?
what is
Some things never change.
What's a better word than boobies? Don't
Yiddies,
say,
bro?
What'd you say?
Yiddies.
Yonkers.
What the fuck?
You're
You're
insane. You're crazy, dog.
I feel like
Bro,
titties is the adult version of boobies.
Titties is still aggressive.
It's
I feel
aggressive.
like that's why I go with Yiddies. That's why I put the Y in there.
Yeah, but
Hogs.
titties- What'd you say?
Hogs, bro. You
Hogs.
are a murderer, dude.
You know what? I used to love people would call them puppies. Look at her puppies.
Dude, I tell you,
got that from
I heard
wrestling, bro.
I heard sweater hitters
Oh
the other
my
day.
God. Dude, there's a lot of these mommy milkers. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right,
That's too much. That's too
cancel that
much.
No, that's right. That's right up my alley.
We know what
He's got that shit on the back. He's got that shit on the back of the Subi back there, dude. Mommy milkers.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they're like, dude, you ever touch some titties? And I was like, no. And then she's like, all right, touch my titties. And I touched the titty. I just did a singular hand. I was like, oh, wow, that's
One titty?
crazy.
Both
One titty.
titties. Okay.
I just did one because it's like, well, I mean, not both her titties were fitting in one hand. I didn't have these types of hands back then.
Mm-hmm.
I had 8-year-old hands. Much smaller. And then she goes, all right, you've done that. Have you ever had sex? You made a good point earlier.
Yeah.
If I hadn't touched the titty, I probably hadn't had sex.
Never.
Right?
Yeah. Not even close.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened for another 11 years.
11 years later, we were in the apartment complex. Guess who I lost my virginity to?
No, but that, like, I don't know. I don't know if she would have known by looking at me then.
You're 8, bro. That's what's insane.
No.
She's like, you ever fucked hard? You're
No.
no.
What I'm saying is, I don't know if she looked at me and was like, hey, man, this dude's going to be a while. I'll give him a titty now, right?
How long between that titty and your next titty was it? You felt?
Oh, dude, like, well, being in a situation where it happened naturally on my own.
Yeah, I don't mean like, oops.
Yeah. Like, naturally, it wasn't until, like, 16.
Oh, so you had it was 2 times the amount.
Yeah, half your life.
You waited a whole nother lifetime.
I didn't know
at that
was
point.
halftime. I was like,
that was halftime. that was the break.
Yeah, I didn't know intermission was popping.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, "You ever had sex?" And I said, "No." And I'm getting, beads of sweat, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like,
oh, for sure.
The titty had me probably for a good, 8 more years.
Yeah,
I was good. I was set.
sucked in.
And then she was like, "You ever had sex?" And I'm like, I have no idea how to answer what she just said. So
Yeah,
I'm just like,
just say no.
I just shook my head because one, my sister is right there. I don't know what she's done now because now I'm looking at her different. And I'm like, who is your friend?
Yeah.
You know?
If your sister's friends are just letting you touch titties, that's,
probably not their first time either.
Yeah.
That and like, yeah, she's probably breaking in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, guess what? I'm a titty toucher. But she's like, lay down. And I'm like,
no. There's more to the story?
Yeah,
I thought that was it.
No. So I'm laying down on the ground and she goes, I'm going to show you what it feels like to have sex. And in my head, I'm like, so we're about to have sex.
So we fucking... Question.
Yes.
Another part. Was your sister in the room?
Yes. Yeah. This is a weird story, dude.
Okay. Yeah, this is getting odd.
She's doing what he's doing right now, just looking. And
Yeah, I'd be like...
just like kind of just sitting back and being like...
I'm just listening to the story.
Yeah. So I'm laying down on the... And nobody's here. I probably never met this girl's parents. So I don't even know if... She might have just been renting that apartment, this 13-year-old girl. She's like, lay down. I'm laying down. She goes, I'm gonna show you what it feels like to have sex. My sister's right there. We get the setting. She planks on top of me. Or her full body weight. Like, she's not posting anywhere. Okay?
You're like, I hate it.
Yeah, she's bigger than me. She's 13 years old. She outweighs me by a good 5 years.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know? And I'm like, okay, now what? And she's like, this is it.
What?
She was Cap.
What?
How would she know what it felt? That's what I want to know. So, like...
If that's how it... Whoever her lover was, hey, man.
Do better.
Yeah, do something. But I'm just like, I wonder if she had seen an adult film.
Yeah. And that's where she got it from.
And she's like...
Or it was like a movie scene.
Yeah.
And it was like... And then that was it.
You know what bothers me so much about fucking movies is like, when they are having sex in the movie, they're always like, and then they stop and roll over. So you just come in everyone every time? Or did you come on her and you're just not worried about it getting on the sheets? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never any sort of cleanup. It's
Not
just
even
like,
once.
all right, so now we can
get on with our day. Yeah.
What kind of cum y'all operating with? Or am I just not aware how sex works?
I still haven't had sex.
I need to call that girl back and be like, yo, what's really good about sex? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, that's always a what is it called? When something doesn't add up in a movie?
Oh, like a plot hole?
Yeah.
Like that?
Something like that, but with sex. It's a sex hole. Well.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a better name. I think I know what you're trying to say.
I think it's plot hole.
Is it?
I just think it doesn't fall directly into that category, but it's close.
I don't think it's plot hole. I know what you're trying to say, but I can't think of it either.
Yeah. Well, that was a plot hole in my life right there.
Sounds like it.
So what was your first time touching a boob?
Bro, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell. I mean...
What was your first legitimate where, like, you earned it? Like, this is like, hey, you're approved. You got the check. Like, mine was 16, my first girlfriend. Like, it wasn't like I was out there, like,
mine was my first girlfriend. Yeah, mine was my first girlfriend. Actually, you know what it was? It was in...
You know her name, huh?
I do. And we were... I was like 14, probably. 13, 14. But we were out at the beach in the big, when it still had the Ferris wheel. The big Ferris wheel out of the beach.
I did see that.
Okay.
It's not there no more?
No.
I never.
It's been gone for like 5 years or something like that. Really? But it was out there for a while, and we were out there. We went like play putt or something like that, and then we got like her. I can't remember who it was. If it was her mom or dad, were with us, but they got in their own thing, and we got in our own thing, and so we were making out, and that was probably the first place I ever.
That's
caressed
raw.
a titty.
Homie was
Caressed a titty. Oh, bruh.
He's like, I'm breaking the law, dude.
Yeah.
Parents right there.
And
they can't see me.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the wind is in our hair.
Dude, it's crazy. Well, it was enclosed, but everything, the glass was clear, so you could see out. I mean, there was shit going on. You know
I've
what I mean?
always wanted to be on like
giggling,
a
you're like,
Ferris
oh,
wheel like that.
bro, it's
But
fucking wild.
Getting away
That's a
with some
dream.
shit.
It's wild, dude. That shit was crazy. But yeah, that was probably
what's
first
crazy?
titty touch.
You know what's crazy about that, too? Is, like, something changes in you as a person. You're like, oh, the world is now different colors. Like, it's bigger than I thought it was. Like,
I just went to
I can do things I never thought were capable before.
You know what's funny you say that is that my...
You're like, I touched
No.
more than
well,
her elbow.
no.
Bigger.
Well, I was just thinking about, it's always like your sister's friends or something like that you have those experiences with. My first kiss ever was my cousin's best friend.
I thought you were
Alright.
yeah.
No. My cousin, it was my cousin's best friend.
Cousin.
Real cool.
No, it was my cousin's best friend out at Portofino. They used to do these teen cruises on Friday
A lot of
nights.
shit at the beach, huh?
Dude, I stay out there, dog. I'm on outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but it was on one of their teen cruises at Portofino. They used to do like, you got there and they'd have like a DJ on the boat and everything, and like I think it was New Year's or something. I mean, it might have been one of them, but yeah, it was on the back of the boat.
Dude, you're literally a beach boy. Like that song, I get around, I get around.
Yeah.
I get that's you, bro. That's your theme song.
Don't even
I
know
don't
that
know.
song.
I don't know what.
You don't know the Beach Boys?
No.
Not even once. You
Sorry.
Wow.
Who do you
dude.
listen
Like,
to?
I don't wanna
I listened to
Oh,
Kanye
wait.
West and Kanye
somebody
West.
got us, so- I mean,
Fuck.
shit, dude. Well,
He has 40 million listeners. All of them are me.
dude.
Sounds
Hey, I
accurate.
mean, I'm not gonna. Well, there was somebody. There was somebody else that didn't like the Jews that had a lot of listeners as well.
Yo.
Yeah?
Yeesh.
I'm just saying. He didn't have a shoe line.
You know.
He had a
He doesn't-
uniform.
He also
Kanye
didn't
doesn't
make
either.
graduation.
He
Kanye
didn't have
doesn't
a
either.
drop. Okay. Yeah, I
He
don't
did.
know.
He had. Never mind. It's fine. I don't need to talk about it.
The difference
all
was
good.
action.
Yeah.
I mean, we.
This is getting. It's hot in
It's
here.
tight. Yeah, it's fucking. Woo. All
Yeah.
right.
Dude, so first thing he said when he pulled up, what happened to Subi?
Yeah.
Sold
I
that
don't even
bitch.
know if we've told anybody.
Yeah, I hit you up whenever.
No, yeah. Because my friend, I asked my friends and stuff about it, and how much did you even end up getting for it?
45.
Yeah, how much were you originally trying to sell it for?
I posted it for 7.
Yeah, and we were all like, you're not gonna get fucking 7.
No, I put it on there for
Hey,
7,
bro,
just
you
like
aim
fuck
high.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all
someone's gonna try
counter,
to
dog.
Yeah, someone's gonna try to lowball you, and that's exactly what
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I wasn't. I mean, fuck, I lost my ass on the car. To be honest with you, not really. I came out pretty
To be honest
even.
with you.
To be honest, I mean, I came
you
out
lost
pretty
the-
even.
You lost the Subaru though.
I did lose a Subaru, which is the saddest part. That
But you had some
makes me
Subi
sad.
memories.
Oh no, I had a great time
You
with
touched
that
your
car.
first boob in that car?
I did on outside, and that's on outside. But no,
I'm thinking like the first time you ever touched a boobie. Like I'm like you brushed the outside of the shirt was in that car. Like when you said that, the way you said it, I was like, he actually touched a boobie in that car.
oh no, man. Yeah, no, I'm sad I sold it, but you know,
Yeah.
I'll have the opportunity to get another one.
Me
at
and all
some
my
point.
friends, like, we are firm believers that Subarus, especially like ours, the STIs and the WRX, are like top tier car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
so
that's a dream car at the end of the day.
Explain what is it? A car club y'all have?
It's not like a club or anything. We just like that's just like what we like. You know, it's not really a
I feel
club
like
or anything.
I feel like that level of Subaru lover though, that the WRX and STI stuff is like it's a lot deeper than just like a car club. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
people that are into Subarus are so into Subarus, and it's a fucking awesome car.
Yeah, like we went to this thing called Subi Fest I don't know exactly when it was, sometime towards the end of last year, and literally it's just a big ass gathering.
That's what I heard.
My
He
fault.
goes Lily, and Lily is like Lily.
Okay.
Lily is like it's a nice car.
But no, it's just a bunch of like Subaru people, like the same exact people as us that are into Subarus, and they have like their BRZs, STIs, stuff like that, and souped out, fucking all over there just for a big ass car meet of just Subarus, pretty much.
Where was this?
In Daytona. They have a couple of them. There's one in California. This one happened to be in Daytona. But I think they have like 2 or 3 of them a year in different places.
Do we still do that? Coffee and cars?
Cars and coffee. Yeah, they do it. I think the second. No, the second to last or the last Saturday of every month.
And it's still at the fucking the Rave or Carmike.
No.
Rave, Carmike, but it's AMC.
Yeah, it's right? They do it in the Sky Zone parking lot now.
Oh,
but
I like the other.
Yeah, I think they didn't get like in trouble, but I think something.
I bet whenever the name switched, whenever AMC bought them out, they were probably like, "Yo."
That might be it. Different leaseholders are like, "What the fuck going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we
maybe.
not gonna cut it that? Nah.
Yeah.
But there's also like a better like drive out, but that's how fucking Mustang drivers end up fucking crashing into shit.
Well, thankfully that's
out.
wide though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Sky Zone, out of Sky Zone, you got 5 lanes, including that middle one, so it's enough
and
room
yet
for them
somehow Mustang drivers still find a way to run into the curb.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, that's tough. That's tough. But yeah, man, the fucking that's just gone, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You'll have to get another one.
No, and I know I will at some point. I you know, again, that was like a dream car.
Yeah.
So it wasn't attainable, quote unquote, right now, just because of where I'm at. But you know.
So like, what's your dream car? Like, what would be obtainable dream car and unobtainable? Not like
Toyota
they
Prius.
are both the same car.
It's a Toyota Prius.
No, if I could get the car that me and my dad built back. Me and my dad built when I was 15, going on 16. We built a 1988 Mustang LX, but we put a 302 in it. Mm-hmm. So we did a engine swap at. Weirdly enough, I'm not gonna give roads away, but a road right down the street at our buddy Robbie's house. We went over there, but we were doing it on like such a time crunch because I was about to get my license that we didn't replace the seals, like in anything.
Yeah.
We literally just did the swap. Like, Robbie was, like, a master mechanic, so he figured out all the, like, kinks and stuff and, like, fuel lines and whatnot. And it was a stick, but it was in a Fox body. So it's not a hatch. So it looked like one of those 1989 Mustang State Trooper cars.
Yeah.
And that shit was my fucking favorite car ever. And I ended up blowing the engine because...
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was going to ask, did it fucking blow up when you said nothing was sealed?
Yeah. Well, I was used to putting in, like, a quart of oil, like, once a month at the beginning. And he's like, yo, it's going to be like this until we can, like, take time off and replace the seals. That time off never came.
Yeah.
How long did you drive it for?
I think I drove it for 3 years.
Oh, damn. So you had it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like a pretty quick thing.
No, and I ended up driving it for a while, and I blew through the seals, and it was getting to the point where it was a quart a day.
And
I
think you were like, there might be something wrong.
Yeah, maybe, you know,
I might need
that. Yeah.
But the catch of it was when I was younger, like when I was 15, I started working at the golf course. And then between 15 and like 22 or 23 or 24, I had like 4 jobs, always. So I was always going from one job to another, going home and then on to the next job kind of thing. So it's like I never had time off from all the jobs. And I was like, my spare jobs, I'm like buying tattoos and like, yeah, probably not the best.
It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Driver mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of fucked that deal up. But guess what? You know, you live and you learn.
So, okay, but other than that, like dream, like factory car.
That is the car. That is.
But I mean, not okay. We're not talking about that. But like
Porsche Carrera GT.
Yeah, like what? I mean,
I'm 1988 Mustang GT, dude. I'm not, no hatchback. It's got to be exact. I want my same car back. My the same sister I was talking to you about earlier, Amy. Her husband bought that car.
He's got it still?
Or actually, no, he bought a different Mustang I had. Because I ended up trading somebody in Jacksonville, drove down here, got that car, and I got I don't even know what I fucking got from that. But I ended up...
You have like a 240 or something like that?
I had an Acura Integra at one point.
That's real?
Those are fun.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that?
Dude, a fucking cab driver...
in the mall parking lot,
yeah, hit me in the mall parking lot, and hey...
Should have killed him.
There were people to blame, you know? I was not parked the right direction, if that makes sense, because I was an employee at the mall, so I just came to work before there was any cars there. So you pull in the opposite way.
Yeah.
Like, you're facing towards the mall, and you should not be facing towards the mall, basically. And it's, like, fucking so low to the ground. Like, I bought it already, like, the dude was lowering it, and, like, black rims, like, it was maroon. It was nice. I mean, it was like I should have invested a lot of money into it if I wanted. It was kind of like a Subaru. Like, you could see the finish line. It's going to be years down the road. You're going to be putt-putting along, but you're going to get there, right?
Yeah.
And we just didn't invest correctly. And
it's so low to the ground.
I start to drive off, and I'm turning to go the right direction, but he's coming down the lane, like, way too fucking fast. His car, like, my car is so low, he drives onto my car.
It goes over it?
Yeah, he drove onto my car.
It was like a Crown Vic too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are like heavy as shit. Too.
And he got out of the car, and I am not racist at all, and I'm not trying to be anything whatsoever. So I'm not.
Quote from the man about to say something.
This is about to be bad.
No, I'm not even doing any voice, but he was basically saying.
I am not racist.
But what
I am not going to say it in a voice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it in a voice, but I will tell you that he said it was not his fault.
He said that a couple times?
Hey, that wasn't the only thing he repeated. But he did say that he had a camera on the taxi. So he was also telling me, don't try to sue. And I'm like, hey man, you hit me. Like, I can't. He hit me so hard, I couldn't even leave the parking lot. I had to get it towed.
Yeah.
Like, my tire literally went like this.
Well, that's
camber.
Ruined
it.
That's a mod you were gonna do anyway, dude. You're fine.
I wasn't even in
Wait, so why mention about racist and then not mention this dude's race or say anything?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Why? You could have just not. You could have just not said anything at all. But you were like, I am not racist.
Then he would have done the voice.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's like maybe it wasn't just my fault.
It was not my fault.
Oh shit! That's not my fault. No, dude.
Damn.
But yeah, that ruined that car. I've had some like what I would call little project cars that I feel like could be dream vehicles because I've seen like somebody spend like 10, 20 grand on like something they shouldn't have, like a 1990 S10.
I like that too.
Like,
I just don't have the knowledge to be able to transfer that. So I like my car just comes out as I don't have to like worry about because I don't have enough knowledge to put the stuff to make it like a dream car, which is why eventually later down the line I want to get a 07 STI and then be able to do all that.
Also, the advantage to what you like is like yours is already like
a very tunable and fuck with a bull car.
Has the amenities that you would want: AC, radio, automatic windows, automatic door, like shit. But you see what I'm saying? Like, my car, that shit didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
It was, like, cassette deck. Which, I have a weird story with that same Mustang. I was living with a girl off Olive, and I was working with her and her mom at Winn-Dixie. Okay?
Yuck.
Weird flex, but okay.
Well, she was, like, the receiver.
It was her and her mom.
Well, she was the receiver, the mom was. And then the girl was just, like, a cashier. And I'm basically sleeping on their couch for, like, however long it lasts. I can't remember. And I come out to my car, and I thought that maybe they had been in my car. Because, like, I mean, I didn't lock my doors. I mean, it's a Mustang. There's nothing important in there. The only thing I ever kept in there was a skateboard and a soccer ball. And I'm like, if they're going to steal that, they're going to have to get into the trunk. That's about the hardest thing. But the door's unlocked.
You can just open the door.
Unlock the door, pop the trunk, you got it.
I always lock my shit. Yeah. Mainly because I don't want anyone stealing my change. I know they're not going to steal my car because it's a manual, but I don't want them stealing my sack of change.
Sack of change.
I think you got your priorities wrong there. I'll be honest with you.
But also, sack in your car of change.
Yeah, it's a sack of crown.
Change is
I knew it was a crown bag. You didn't have to say that, and I was like, definitely crown bag.
Yeah, that was like.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody stealing my change.
Well, now we're gonna have to try.
Well, no, I always lock it. You're not gonna be able to steal my car.
Never. Well, I guess after that, you kind of locked your car. Did you lock it at the Bellevue Pines house? For some reason, I remember you not locking your car a lot.
At the Pines, you better.
Well, huh?
The Pines.
This is what I'm saying is like for a while I was just buying $1,000 cars, so it didn't matter if you broke in. What are you gonna take?
The car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna take the car, then we're gonna have a bigger issue on our hands. So I wasn't worried about it, and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna try to take my car of all the cars out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So my car, if you've seen it, you would have been like, yeah, that is weird that they tried to break into that. Which they didn't break in. Door was unlocked. They stole my fucking cassette tape player. But what is so funny about that
That's
shit...
so funny. You know they didn't get any money for that thing. Like, at all.
No,
they just did it just to fuck with you.
Hey, they got no money for it because 3 days later, it was back in my car.
Damn, they straight up said this shit is not worth it.
I am not joking, dude. Because I thought it was so crazy. I was like, dude, my car's broken. The only way I noticed was... It wasn't the cassette thing that noticed it. It was the fucking... the glove box was open and the light was on. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I noticed all my fucking... Because I would put my pay stubs in there. All my pay stubs were on the ground.
They were looking for a check.
I think they were... Yeah, they probably for sure went through all of it. And then I was like, oh, and my radio's gone. So I went and told them inside. I was like, yo, y'all make sure y'all cars are locked before I leave. And they were like, yeah, we do that. And I was like, okay.
That's normal.
But all their cars had AC. Mine didn't. So I was
do you think they're going to steal the AC?
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is...
You're like people can't steal a car without AC. That just doesn't work.
I'm thinking if you don't have AC, you don't give a fuck about locking the doors. Is my theory on cars.
Yeah.
If I have AC...
That's a
hey,
very
man, you want to address
theory.
your car that doesn't have AC? That... You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to say it, but you know what I'm saying.
The window stays down in that room.
Yeah. And guess what? It ain't got no AC, so you kind of have the same theory.
Yeah, well... I mean, it's locked. I just can't find the key.
Oh, well, yeah, so they gave the shit back, but, yeah.
They didn't just give the shit back. They put it back in.
Or was it sitting in the seat?
It was sitting in my driver's seat.
Oh, I was about to say, they straight up...
reinstalled it.
Well, the thing is...
They left the cassette tape in there for you?
I put the cassette player in, so it's like...
Left
it's
$10
with
with
everything.
it.
Yeah.
So all I gotta do is just barely uncrimp it, put it back in and crimp, and it played. I don't know why they even took it.
They left you with a copy of Yeezus on the cassette.
So funny, dude. That's hilarious.
That shit won't play in my car.
Damn, so you really don't have like a...
Honestly, it's the thing that... Because me and my dad did it.
I know.
Well, like, so, okay, so right now, like, unlimited money, what would you sell your car and buy?
You get the Mustang already. What's the fucking... You got all the money, fuck it.
All the money in the world, you sell your car and you get a new car right now.
Toyota Prius.
What?
I know this isn't those slap hard as fucking nails.
I really want to get a Toyota Prius and, like, put, like, a fucking LS engine in it and make it the most ridiculous.
They've done shit like that.
They've done some wild shit.
Yeah.
Make it like a fucking sleeper and fucking have a loud ass exhaust and
LS,
just ruin
it. Is
it.
that the one that's in the... What is the Corvette?
That's LS.
That's like the super one that's crazy?
Yeah, most people put them in like BRZs and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, they were in everything from Corvettes to trucks to all different kinds of shit. But there's like...
Luxury sport.
What is that? Maybe it's not a Corvette.
You talking about the Camaro that's a ZL1?
Z, that's what it is. So the Corvette Z...
06?
Not Z06, it's like Z1 or something.
ZR1.
C8? That's what the C8's the newest one.
ZR1, I think is what you're talking about.
ZR1 maybe.
But it's it's an LS.
Corvettes were like out forever.
It's
and then
an
when
LS.
I was working at P-More Chevrolet, this Corvette came out that was like, this is like crazy. And it was like pearlescent, like metallic blue. But that's like how it was stock. And it's like, just as regular oil techs couldn't drive the cars. Like those cars. We could drive like, you brought your fucking Crown Vic in there, we're allowed to drive those.
Yeah.
But it's like those we couldn't
Those are
drive.
just packages on top.
But I think it's Z something, so it must have been
My
Z
friend
R1.
worked at a...
But they're all LS.
But
motors.
I've seen somebody do a engine swap with a Prius with that engine.
Oh.
And that
I want to do that shit so bad.
Dude.
I don't know how to fucking do it, but I want to do some. If I had unlimited money, I would completely destroy a Prius.
Yeah, do something nasty.
Yeah.
See, I would want to do something like that with like a nice ass minivan, like from like the early '90s.
Some of those fucking
like a nice body. Find a body you really like an old like Dodge Astro van or Chevy Astro van, I guess.
Are those the really big ones?
No, those are like that '70s show van.
Okay.
Like that Kelso had.
Okay.
It's pretty much that van. I know that's that '70s show, but it's like a body similar to that.
The Scooby-Doo one?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo van. Do something like that and then put like a 01 in it. Like, let's get the fucking cooking. I'm going to do some shipped orders real quick.
Yeah.
DoorDash your ass.
Fucking Uber somebody and just straight up go 100 miles per hour and fucking wrap it around a tree.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
We'll get that on them big jobs.
See, if I already had that car and I did everything I wanted to do with it, I really haven't even thought. I would just get something that I can get from A to B that has nice AC.
This dude only cares about AC.
Really just cares about
so
AC.
far,
Dude,
his whole goal is
how long.
Whatever car can fit an entire window unit is the one that he's gonna get.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you, them new cars got good AC in them.
Dude, hey, you know what really do look cool, like straight
really
stock?
Really do look cool. Really do, though.
Those, like, they're like, I think they're like, the initials are like EVR or something, but it's the Toyota Camrys that are like...
TRD. Toyota Racing Development.
But the Camrys are like that? Yeah.
Okay.
They do they're like lowered. They kind of got the...
They have like a wing.
With the wing
They
kind
of got a wing, but it's almost like the NASCAR. They almost look like a NASCAR car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, those are kind of fucking ripped right off the lot.
Yeah.
No, I those are pretty nice too.
I respect it.
But I would just buy some shit like that just to get from point A to point B. I don't like supercars. Like, I like American Muscle, but I don't like the whole fucking Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche.
Yeah.
Maybe that would change if I had the money to buy one and I could test drive it. Maybe. But
would you get a manual?
See, that was like when I went from manual to automatic, I was like, oh, man, this is pretty nice.
No, that shit is boring.
But when you have a manual, I feel like you can stretch that engine as far as it can possibly go.
Yeah, you can
and I mean that in
want.
every way. Not just going fast, but I mean like if there's some transmission problems, we ain't got to deal with that gear no more.
Yeah.
We go from first to third, baby.
I'm starting to understand with the whole seal thing and putting the quarts of oil in there.
Yeah.
Starting to get it now. Yeah.
No, I just, me personally, I actually have fun driving like my manual car. So it's like I couldn't drive an automatic. Well, I do for work now. I have me and my dad share a Corolla, but for like recreational driving, I'm gonna have a manual. Yeah. Like, it's no fun to drive an automatic. I fall asleep at the wheel, like not like fall asleep, but I'd be like dozing off.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
especially like with
what happened to Saben? Hey man,
he was driving the Corolla.
Well, like especially with like you're about to stop working, but like our job, like I get up at like 3 every morning, and then like during the summer, that's like 10 to 12 hour shifts. So like I'd be towards the end of my shift going home, sitting down in an automatic car.
You know what? Hey. Speaking of being like nodding off and being in a vehicle, I remember this is a weird podcast. Okay, just a trigger warning. You might want to just skip ahead like 5 minutes. I remember when I was 15. Okay, so this is pre like boobies, like pre touching boobies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, not
all the time. All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Once every couple of months.
8 years.
Once a week for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So like 16 times, or I don't know, 12 times. Anyways, so I started working at the golf course, and
another golf course story. Here we go.
Dude, we're just boys. We're talking, yeah.
Yeah.
Drift the golf carts.
So I have to get there before daylight, and you start cutting grass before daylight. There's lights on the mowers, but the greens mower, the red Toro that you would drive. It's like, it's a 360, but it spins on the back wheel, not like, I guess it's...
Absolutely obliterates a squirrel.
Like a 0-turn rig.
Yeah, so, and it's slick tires, but when you're on the green and you drop the reels or whatever...
Air sus.
What?
Air suspension.
He's got bags on the Toro.
The lawnmower, the bagged lawnmower.
You laugh, but it's 3 buckets that drop at the same time, and that's where you get the lines, and you do and come back onto the green. But it's dark as fuck. You don't know your asshole from an elbow out there, right? All you can see is the lights and the lines in front of you, and the vibration that's coming off the Toro.
Oh, homie got hard.
Dude, you're a little
hard. Homie's bricked up,
dude. You would get, and you're like, what am I do with this?
What I'm gonna do with this?
So you have to tug it like a weird way, but it's like you cannot get it to stop because your body's like, let's go with whatever's going on.
Yeah, it's trying to figure out what's happening.
Hey, you dumb fuck! This is a mower.
Yeah. No, you were just 15. That's all it was.
Yeah, you're 15 and you just don't know what's going on.
Get on a mower in the dark.
He's like, I can do it right now. He's like, come with me, dude. Come with me right now.
Let me show you with the
like, get on a riding mower.
This is my
I'll show you what sex looks like. Get on that fucking red Toro, dog. Crank that bitch up and put the...
Get on a riding mower when you're not even horny at all. Just see where it goes, dude.
Oh, dude.
You're gonna see a world of problems
mower.
coming. You're gonna be like, he spoke about this.
Oh, fuck, man. That's
it's
hilarious.
A problem. It's weird. I don't get it. But, like, that so reminded me, you were, like, falling asleep in the drive. Dude, I would be falling asleep driving straight with a heart.
Okay.
With a heart. Oh, man.
Dude, damn. I had never told anybody that.
hey, man, you probably shouldn't again, I'll be honest with you.
Dude, yeah, that's like one of the most confusing boners I've ever had.
And that happened every morning?
Pretty much.
For like a while.
For like every time I did it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
y'all, what is the weirdest?
Did you have a name for the lawnmower? Did you name the lawnmower?
No, well, they just called him the Toro because it's like the only red Toro that you had.
So everybody knew about it.
Oh, I don't. Well, I mean, maybe it was just silently spoken.
That's why it was called the
You're
Toro.
You're saying like they knew about mine or theirs?
Theirs.
I think everybody knew what was going on. I don't know if we spoke about it.
Who's cutting the greens this morning?
Everyone starts volunteering.
Yeah.
The thing, it was just like the amount of vibration on those is so small. It's not like you're chucking along. It's like so fast that you. Like, visibly, you wouldn't see
you're riding
somebody
a vibrator.
Vibrating. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, what is that riding machine that fucking... It's like a saddle machine, but it's meant for girls to orgasm on, and it has a little bump on the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, Howard Stern used to do, like, a segment on his show about it. It's like that shit, but for dudes.
If this was the Howard Stern show, I'd be Beetlejuice.
They're like, spell... What was that shit that they...
Spell red.
Yeah.
LSTER.
They're like count to 3.
So good.
137.
No, my favorite one is he goes, "What is a BMW?" He goes, "BMW, that's a car." Spell BMW. BMW DAAY. He literally spells it.
That's one of the best clips ever.
See, this is one of my. This is why I bought the carrots thing because
he's wearing it.
No, but it literally made me think of whenever they asked him what color is a carrot, and as soon as I saw this, I was fucking thinking Beetlejuice.
That's a good one.
Man.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude.
So like their whole brand, like I don't give a fuck about like they do whatever, like the carrots they have like that. I only like it because of fucking Beetlejuice.
Dude, I know this is about to take a very weird, serious turn real quick, but I have this concept that I don't know what made me think of this the other day, but it has to do with carrots. I know that's weird, but it's like something was happening in my life, and it felt like somebody was dangling a carrot in front of me. When really they shouldn't be dangling the carrot in front of me. They should be the thing that holds the carrot, like the support system. Not like a, hey, do this and you can get this. Do this and you can get this. You know, you keep getting closer, or what you feel like you're getting closer to the end goal, but you're not actually getting there. When they shouldn't be the end goal, or that thing shouldn't be the end goal.
Hey man, you lost
this dude's
me
talking
as soon as you started.
He's talking in moon runes right now.
Whatever you're, I'm
okay, I'm gonna break it down real quick, and if it doesn't work, I'll just move past it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So in life, to motivate yourself, you set little goals.
Yes.
Okay.
That setting that little goal is basically that stick. That goal is the carrot.
Yes.
So, like, say we're going on this Bussin' with the Boys thing in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Bussin' with the Boys thing is, like, I set the thing, and the goal is the thing. No matter what, that stick is going to get shorter and shorter, and we're going to get there. That is a very simplified version of the stick and carrot, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I already paid the money. Paying the money got the fucking carrot. So we're just going to get to that carrot, and we're going to have a good time. But, like, in life, people will dangle carrots in front of you and be like, yo, do this, you get this. Okay, cool. But it's not, like, beat this guy, you get a belt in the UFC. And that's supposed to bring you happiness and joy, but it doesn't always. But when realistic, I'm fucking this up.
No, you're fine. I kind of get what you're saying.
Like I'm not saying what I know I am saying.
What's the end goal of this?
It's hard to tell you exactly my situation without just letting the cat out the bag.
Yeah.
But, like, say I'm Saban's boss. And I'm like, yo, dude, like, I see you're driving this Corolla. I know you got that fucking Subaru, but, like, if you keep doing your job really well, we'll provide you a company car. You ain't even got to drive your shit. Cool. I'm going to start working hard to prove to you I deserve that company car.
Mm-hmm.
But then they keep moving that carrot further and further, and they're like, I know we said by, like, the end of April you get this company car, but let's see in end of summer. Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to bust my ass till the end of summer. End of summer comes. Actually, pay cuts and shit, we're going to have to move that to December, but for sure we'll get you any company car you want then. Mm-hmm. It's like,
well, at that point,
stop trusting the person holding the stick. And then it's like, what the fuck? I don't even want the carrot no more. Now I don't want the stick or the carrot. I'm going to make my own fucking stick and carrot.
I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with anything other than you brought up the carrot shit on your shirt. And I have...
Nah, I kind of understand, like
people
when you...
shouldn't do that to people is what I mean.
When you brought it up about, like, the fighting and for, like, a belt and stuff, me personally, after every fight, I kind of have, like, I go to my highest highs and then also my lowest lows. Yeah. Like, in the sense of everybody kind of, like, congratulates me, you know, does this, and then, like, a week later it goes back to, like, I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So it's, like, I don't know, it's very, like, short-lived that I get. I don't know if it's, like... attention or anything like that. Like I don't know if I crave something like that or anything like that. I don't really care, but it's just like I said, it's coming off of something so big and then having to realize I go back to my life of normal. Yeah,
you get like it's like an overflow of dopamine.
Yeah,
I think like everybody's like, oh man, he's
not only did I just win a fight, you know, that's already like amazing as it is. You know, I knock somebody out.
Personal accomplishment.
Yeah.
Let alone what everyone else notices.
Whether they care or not. But on top of that, it's the, you know, congratulations. It's the people, you know, saying they want to see me fight. The people, you know, whatever. And then right out, people taking pictures of me. People, you know, wanting me to sign their shit at the fights. And that's like all amazing. But then literally I come back home and I go to work.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, nothing changes. So, I mean, it's a long process, of course. Like, every step is going to eventually lead to a point where I don't have to do that anymore. But that shit is fucking depressing.
Yeah. We're not trying to lie. We're not trying to
No, like, I know it's fucking ridiculous, but that just made me think of, like, because we were talking about how the carrot and stick.
How do you feel like you curb that, though? Like, are you actively taking steps to where you see, like, yo, I know I'm about to win this fight, or however you feel going into a fight, and you know you're going to get attention either way. How do you, like, kind of take a step? Yeah, center yourself. How do you know, like, or what are you doing to...
I haven't figured that shit out, honestly.
Really? You're still
yeah.
Like, how many fights are you in now?
10.
10. Man, that's a good little...
That's 10
how many did you... This is your pro, right?
Yeah, 10 pro fights.
So how many amateurs did you...
I had about 50 amateur fights, but that...
And you haven't curbed this yet? I mean, I'm not coming at you.
No.
That sounds exactly...
Yeah. But, like, you never...
Well, for amateur fights, it never really... It was just, like... Yeah, it wasn't super, like, advertised or anything. It would just go and do it. It was like, almost something that you did and like no one, like I didn't advertise it, I didn't post it much until like I got older. Yeah. So it was just like basically training on my own on like the weekends, you know, and it's like sparring on the weekends with you know some people that I don't know, but it's an actual fight. But I didn't really think much of it because I was so young when I started. But now that like it's getting to a point where there's more to it than just like training and fighting and training and fighting. There's more like of the social elements and you know like media and getting
it's
exposure.
You didn't even realize were a part of it when you're like
the business. And you're like,
fighting's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think, like obviously we don't fight. Like we do jiu-jitsu, but it's not like it is in fighting. You having fun there?
Yeah, I'm good.
I didn't mean to call you out. My bad, dude.
No, man, it's fine. Keep talking.
We don't fight, but I think if I was in your situation, I think I would just notice or pay attention to who is in my circle before the fight happens. Like, yo, this small circle, these people that are always checking on me, or these people that I care about that care about me, that is how I would keep myself in check after I win or lose and be like, look, these people still care about me. They cared about me before this win or loss.
Yeah.
So I don't think they give a fuck. I mean, yes, they always want you to succeed, but I don't think if you lost every fight for the rest of your life that they're going to think or love you differently.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if he picked up fighting and did that, I'd be like, dude, I loved who you were before. I'm going to love who you are after.
Yeah.
I love who you are, not because you're successful or not successful.
Right. Yeah.
I think that would be how you temper.
I think that's a big part of it, definitely. But I think the buffering of that, like you talked about, from the highest high down to the low.
Yeah.
How do you combat that and keep that from being such a fluctuation of feeling?
I don't know. I mean? Like honestly, it just kind of like it just all kind of hits at one time, and it kind of just sucks. I don't really know how else to put it. Like it just sucks.
Does it suck when you're at your peak? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the suck hitting you when you're like, I'm at a peak, and you're dreading the downfall?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're thinking about it like
on the come up. You're like, oh, this fucking, I can already see the ground.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because like I'm high, I'm looking down. Like you know, on a roller coaster, you go all the way up.
Yeah.
And then before you actually start going down, you see it.
You start hearing the clicks, and you're like, "This is gonna be a motherfucker."
Yeah.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
That shit's got to be tough. I don't know, because in jiu-jitsu in the past when I would compete, I wouldn't think of the outcome. I would just think like, I want to do my best every situation that I'm stuck in this match. I want to do the best I can in that exact movement or that pattern or that technique. I never took in consideration the ending until I got a streak going where I was like, at one point I was like 11 or 13-0, and I was like,
I have to win.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna lose one day.
Yeah, that's me right now.
And I started panicking, and I don't compete as much in it. I mean, for a long time I haven't.
Yeah,
and I ended up being like 15-2. Like I haven't competed since. And I lost to one guy that I beat twice before. So I like didn't take him as serious going into the match. And he caught me in something stupid simple, and I was just like, wow, that was dumb. And then I lost to a guy in Atlanta, and I mean, I was exhausted at that point. That was my fault. Like I went into it dehydrated, like, and I didn't eat because I was trying to cut a lot of weight. Not saying they wouldn't have beat me at my best. Who knows? They might have.
Yeah.
But like,
there's always those things that could have changed it. Not necessarily changed the outcome, but at least made you feel better about how it would have went down.
I also shouldn't be so upset about losing. It's like, dude, in BJJ, until you're a black belt, basically everything is amateur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like until you're making money.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's any profession. It's all amateur.
Yeah.
So you might as well lose and get it out of the way and learn from like how to handle a loss. But I never got really good at that because I just shied away from competing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just made excuses like, oh, I'm fat now, or like, oh, I gotta switch jobs, or I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and it's like,
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like when I was in, I didn't lose much towards the like, but when I was an amateur, I lost so much as a kid because like it was. I mean, I was a kid. And, my dad was just the only people that were my weight were people that were like had like 80 fights, and
you
I
were
was
undersized. Or
no, we were the same. We, you know, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
we were the same size. Just they had a lot more experience. And, like, that's the only person I could fight at the time because that's the only person at these small shows that we go to that's my size. So it's like, fuck it. I remember, I think my fourth fight, I fought some kid that had, like, 80 fights. Fucking, I lost, of course. But, I mean, that happened so much that I know how to take a loss decently. But it's like, I feel like I can't lose. Like, not in, like, a way that's, like, competitive. Like, in a way that's, like, I don't know how I'm going to take it if I lose. Yeah. I cannot lose.
But I also feel like that probably feeds back into like how much work you put in, and you put in work. Mm-hmm. So I think your confidence breeds so heavily from that.
Yeah, which is why...
Like, how could I lose?
Yeah, well, like, which is why if, like, I guess I put it in my head that I'm, like, if I lose, I don't know what I'm going to do, you know, because I fucking overthink shit and whatever, but...
Do you already feel like you do everything you possibly can in order for a loss to be avoided? Do you think you're going to come against somebody and you're going to be, like, exposed for something you don't do now?
Yes, because...
If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like,
only because I'm not necessarily 100% into boxing. Like, I've been doing it for 16 years now, but... I still work a full-time job at the same time.
Super full-time job.
Like 50, 55 hours a week full-time. So it's like I could be dedicating 50, 55 hours into boxing instead of, you know, however many I do a week. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I definitely feel like I do everything I can now, but that's not, I feel like it's not enough.
At some point it's not going to be
enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why eventually I'd have to fucking quit if I wanted to, like, take that step up.
See, and like, so this leads into like another local, basically, SD. Mm-hmm. So like he just took the step to the big leagues, basically.
Yeah.
And he fought for the first time on UFC. But like, I talked to him. I was like, how are you able to train? And Brett is kind of doing the same thing. I don't know if Brett works anymore, but I know that he has backers, or like, some people will call sponsors, or like however you want to word it, where he can dedicate more, Brett can dedicate more time to fighting. Yeah. And I know SD
has sponsors and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know that SD works at all.
Yeah.
I think he only fights. Like, he only trains.
Yeah, and like, that's good.
I don't know how different it is in boxing.
It's the same. I just haven't went out to try to get sponsors because I feel like I don't offer enough yet. I'm not as big as which is like kind of bad thinking. Like, I should be thinking it's a level of like humbleness and confidence at the same time. Like, I know I'm good, but at the same time I don't offer enough for a business to pay me to I don't
to take time off of work to train.
Well, for example, that's going to be tough because it's like you are right on that, but what companies could offer you at first is like free clothing. Like Cade is hooked up with Contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like the underwear, the shirts, like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like you could do some shit like that at least at first until like I don't know, somebody jumped on board. Unless, I mean, I really don't know how that whole situation worked. I tried to talk to him about it one day, but we were training, and I was like, man, this is really not the best time to be like, yo, how are you affording all this?
Yeah,
but like.
No, it's definitely from, like, the sponsors and stuff. It's just, I'm not exactly sure how to do all of it, but it's the same around. It's just, like, it has to be, like, a give and take for me personally. Like, why would I wear this business's thing on my shorts or something that's a local business in Pensacola in a fight in Gadsden, Alabama? That's where most of my fights are, Gadsden around Birmingham.
Well, you would have to look at it differently than like that. You would have to look at it like something somebody could provide anywhere, not just in a location-based thing.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the businesses that I know of that would that have mentioned it to me are based out of here.
The local businesses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get on Flow for like a beverage or something. Like Prime. Talk to Logan Paul. Get that check.
Shoot your shot, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to try to do some shit like that, or like a supplement company like Max Nutrition. They might be able to provide Yeah, I'm sorry. But they might be able to provide like you free protein bars or powders or like drinks or something, and you can wear their shit. And then it's like, I just watched the Bussin' with the Boys Nickelback episode, and the way Nickelback got bigger was they would call other radio stations.
Just want to be a big rock star.
And they would be like, at the time, I guess they were faxing shit, but they were like, can you play our song? And they were like, yeah, we can put this in this rotation. And then they were like, cool, do you want to see where it is in another playlist, like at this radio station? And what they would do is they would take the playlist, and then they would mark out where they actually were and move themselves up like 10 spots, and they would be like, yo, we're actually 5th in rotation, so our song is popping in this location. And they would do that all over, and it slowly moved their song up, and they got more plays, and they essentially popped.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have fucking bangers. Everybody knows about them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You could do some shit like that with sponsors. Like, say you just
Fake it.
Well, that's what I used to race cars, and I was sponsored by Fletcher's You Pull It, and that's it's a big towing company. Yeah, and I could go into their lot and get $100 worth of parts for when my car broke. They didn't pay me, but I had Kikers, sorry, but I could put their shit on the side of my car. Kikers You Pull It, like super fucking big, so people thought I was something. So then maybe more sponsors would come along. So what I'm saying is, like, we have a podcast, so like this, just using this as an example, like if our thing was on your shorts, people are gonna be like, oh my god, somebody's sponsoring him. And then like maybe you have another guy that does like sells cereal. I don't know.
Nah, it's definitely something I need to put more time, thought into, because like honestly, with me right now, like I said, working 50, 55 hours a week, I go home, I sleep, I eat, sleep, train, sleep, go to work. Eat, sleep, train, sleep, go to work. And you're doing it really successfully, and that is what I feel like would be a really good selling point. Like, you say this whole spiel to somebody. Like, look, I work my ass off, and I've still fit training in, and look at me schooling these things.
Imagine what I could do if I was working 20 hours
if I could dedicate, even if I was just doing half my work.
Doing a part-time job, you know what I mean? Like,
and just, like, come up with a plan and be like, yo, I just need this type of supplemental income. You do this, and like I'm saying your shit at every post-fight interview. Yeah. And that'll be there forever. YouTube lasts forever. Kanye West, sponsor me. This is why people are not sponsoring.
This might have something to do with it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Sorry, I can't go against my morals.
So is this what you want to get into this now? Our top 3?
Yeah, we can.
Did you get an artist top 3?
I had a question.
Does
it all have to be the same artist?
Yes. Oh. So it's got to be somebody with... I think I know at least a ballpark of your artist.
He asked me... He said that we could do 3 favorite hip-hop albums, but I told him it'd be the same list for me.
Yeah, so I said...
we know what yours is going to fucking be.
So, okay, then we can change ours, but I'm going to probably stick
I'll stay with one artist.
Okay. Who's your artist?
Or what if we
Are we doing this now?
I just want to know. Do you want to just announce who our artists?
What if we do top 3 artists?
Well,
I didn't prepare for this.
Period.
Yes.
Of all time.
Or hip hop. We could do hip hop.
Hip hop.
Top 3 artists in hip hop.
But who? But.
Or rappers or whatever.
That's a good one too.
Can we say who our top 3 discography was?
Well, there's no
artist-wise.
Okay, so
I feel like yours is gonna be.
If we're that.
Wait, what? No. Well, okay.
If we're talking about discographies,
okay, hold on.
We're thinking about too many different things that can be
so top 3 hip hop artists. Is that what's going on now?
We could do that, but if you're wanting to like do that, you could say your discography then. And then we can just get off onto the top.
Well, okay, so who do you think has the best discography right now? Right now, let's just say who has the best discography in hip hop.
Kendrick Lamar.
In hip hop?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
A lot of people do think Kendrick, and a lot of people think.
Who did you think it was? E40?
If you want me to be real honest,
it's pretty close.
I was gonna say Too Short.
E40 over Too Short, but
See?
E40's got 20
I had
albums.
a feeling I knew the ballpark,
and he's got some bangers on there.
Yeah, but that was back
Kendrick
when people
Lamar,
were releasing like multiple albums and mixtapes a year.
Oh yeah, no, he's got like so much music. But Kendrick is, I think Kendrick
is
yours was gonna be
Kendrick is top 2, and unfortunately, he is number 2.
Well, no, we know that. Yours Drake.
Yeah, more.
You think his discography is better than Kendrick and Kanye's?
Yeah, that's insane to me.
Look,
I do think he has a lot of good songs, but a discography in general, in total, like a whole body of work.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
This is where I come into like contradiction with myself inside of myself. Like I'm talking to me, and I'm like, I like another artist more than I like Drake. I absolutely do.
Yes.
But I cannot listen to every one of their songs, and I hate that. Because I can listen to every single one of Drake's songs, other than Honestly Nevermind. Like, that can just be wiped from the planet. And...
You're telling me you could listen to any one of Drake's songs and like it?
I could be the same way with Kanye's.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're doing single artist discography.
And I mean, even Jesus is King, because a lot of those songs were on, I think, Yandhi, and they just got changed. But they're still... somewhat the same songs that would have been released beforehand. Just he had a whole like revelation.
Fan.
Yeah,
you're appreciating the artist and his artistry.
Well, because I knew the work before it was what it was. Of course, I like the versions before it was Jesus is King, but I can still listen to all those songs, which everyone thinks is like a bad album, but I think it's very innovative in of itself.
And I also feel like the reason why these things are is because they meet you where you are at in life. So it's like Kanye must have like been a very pivotal thing in his life whenever. That's why he loves him so much.
Yes.
Why I like Drake so much is like every time a Drake album pops, it's like it encapsulates a moment of time. Like I remember this. I remember when this dropped. I
think Drake is better at that, but I think Kanye is better at moments of my life. Like when I was graduating, I listened to Graduation over and over again. Now further on, I'm getting in my life, I'm listening to different things from like mental illness, listening to Ye, listening to certain things from Donda, stuff like that that's like enlightening me. Whereas when I was younger, I was listening to different things as like his old Kanye stuff. So like he's encapsulating the era of my life that I'm going through, and maybe eventually I will actually think Jesus is King is my favorite one if I decide to be a born again Christian or something.
I think we have an opportunity to change our top 3 right now, and I think this would be a better list. And that is our least favorite from our favorite artists.
Ooh.
Top or bottom 3 albums from our favorite artists. Because if you like Kendrick, that's going to be fucking super tough. Because
he only has, I mean, he has what, 6, 7 albums?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to put some shit on some shit.
That sucks.
But are you including the Untitled album?
Because that's why I don't like that, because like it's hard for me to like recognize any of it and like offer it unless I really listen to it.
Yeah, because each one says Untitled.
Yeah, so I can't.
Fucking.
That's like something I don't
bro.
really like. But I'm not like a super big. If you were a big Kendrick fan, you'd know that's Untitled 3. That's Untitled whatever. Yeah. So it's like.
Damn, I thought it was gonna be a lot funner right off.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to put you in a corner way harder than anyone else.
No, because I know top to bottom mine. I mean, as much...
How many albums does Kanye have?
I think 8.
8?
Let's see. First 3, the Graduations, trio, or trilogy, and then 808s, My Beautiful, Jesus King, Donda, Ye, Kitsy Ghost, 10. I lied.
But you didn't say Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo, 11. I forgot Life of Pablo.
I was like, that's my favorite Ye album. I love Life of Pablo.
I like Life of Pablo a lot, but I think there's too many mid songs like Freestyle, not mid, but like just skips, like Freestyle 4.
That's tough too.
Part 2, which is just Panda.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's two...
I didn't like how he did that. Like, he just basically bought that hook from him.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm going to use this on my shit.
So, like, songs like that make that album, like... But No More Parties in L.A., which, if you're a Kendrick fan, fucking No More Parties in L.A. is one of the best songs on...
Yeah. I like Kanye's.
Wolves. Yeah. That's...
Or, what is the song about friends?
Real Friends.
Real Friends. That shit is fucking. God, that's so good. Real Friends. So what is the list gonna be today?
I don't.
Y'all decide. I've thrown a lot of
bro.
options out. We can do top 3 artists if you want. If that'll make it simpler.
Yeah.
Who do we think or who do we like? I think it should be.
Who do we
think?
Okay.
Not who do we like?
Yeah. If it's who do we think, I think it would be.
Hold on. We got to do it in list format. So it's you do 3, you do 2. He does 3, 2. I go 3, 2.
Who do we think is the right
no,
now?
let's just do who ours is. Fuck that.
Let's do ours.
Because who do we think? That's just a debate.
Yeah. We're just gonna end up yelling over each other.
Well, it's hard to say because if we're talking objectively, it's hard to put.
Well, it's hard to tell. Are you talking about how many people listen to him?
Yeah, music is very subjective as it is, so it's like
it's hard to kind of grasp.
Okay, do a top 3 of somebody.
The last 10 minutes have us just been
us
trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about.
Wait, what?
Yeah, really. The last 10 minutes have been like, we should do a list on this.
We're just trying to figure out a list
I think we should do a top 3 of artists we could listen to every song, basically. Obviously, your number one's going to be Ye.
I don't think there's many artists that I can listen to every song, though.
Really?
No, there's not. Like, Kendrick, I won't listen to every song. Even Kendrick. And I love Kendrick's music.
Really?
But there's stuff that I would, like,
it doesn't have to be just hip-hop, then.
I think Kanye's the only one that I can listen to his entire discography.
I don't think there's anybody, period, that I can listen to all their music and go, I love all this music. And listen to every single song.
I think you're being too critical. Just kind of go with it, you know?
I mean, we could do it. I mean, I'll figure something out.
Okay.
I normally do.
Fuck. Just fucking do that. Just fucking do that.
Just fucking do that. Yeah, I mean, 3 artists that we could listen to at all times.
That's better.
That's pretty
you
good.
worded it the
same.
Okay, same thing I was saying.
Same.
Go ahead.
All right.
So
give us your 3 and your 2.
You'll go first. Do you need a minute to figure it out?
I would just say, of course, Kanye.
No, but go 3, go 2. Wait on your 1, and then we'll say our ones later.
Well, I know my 1. Everyone knows my 1.
Who's your number 3? So who's your number 3?
Who is this? This is that lady you work with.
Sarah doesn't understand.
Shit out
no, I know, but everyone knows fucking my 1 is already fucking.
Right, still messing it up. Go ahead.
No, just keep going. Just go 3 first.
I don't know. Michael Jackson. Everyone fucking.
Okay.
Okay. What about 2?
2. You know who I've been listening to a lot recently? Have you guys ever heard of Bones?
Yeah.
Fucking Bones is raw as shit.
Bones is sick. But when I initially was on Apple, I don't think he was on Apple, or I don't think his music got put on Apple. It was only on Spotify.
My friends listen to a lot of Bones and like Suicide Boys.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Suicide Boys though. Like,
do you listen? Have you heard Ghostmane?
Probably.
Ghostmane's pretty good too. I like Suicide Boys too, but it's like that's an artist. I wish I liked all their songs, but I only like certain songs that are like that.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't like the ones where it's like
a vibe.
Yeah, there's certain ones where I can't understand
vibe.
what the fuck they're saying, and it's like, this one isn't.
But it's like very 3-6 Mafia ish.
I see that. I would say better than this is like, what are we listening to right now? And like I said, mine would be Bones. You know who I've been listening to fucking recently? Tory Lanez. Alone at Prom is a very good album.
I'll have to listen to
We could do that. 3 artists we're listening to right now. As a list.
Like right now, your favorites.
Right now.
Like some shit you're putting on repeat.
That's a good one. I like that.
Because this isn't like a debate anymore.
So then, do you want to do their albums that you're putting on repeat right this second? So top
I think
3
just
albums
artists.
you're putting on repeat?
Just artists.
Just artists?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
going to say mine, but I'm going to say their albums that I'm listening to right now.
Okay.
Because the album that maybe I'm listening from the artist is not what the artist normally does. So it's not like I'm listening because it's that artist doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I got top 3 right now.
All right, go for it.
Go ahead.
I always go last, dude.
Okay, fine. Fine, I will go now. So, like I said...
Go 3, though. 3? Do you want
3.
Well, right now...
God damn it.
I swear to God.
Sitting... my number 1, though?
Well, because it's already number... Well, actually, sitting in my 3...
Yes. Thank you.
Is right now probably Kanye. Because I'm not... I've listened to him... I was the 0.00... I want to say 0.1% last year. And it's not like I'm burnt out, but I've heard just about everything. So now it's just listening to it again. So number 3 would probably be Kanye. I still go back and revisit a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely branching out more now. And then 2 would probably be The Weeknd. I've been getting into The Weeknd kind of heavy lately. I don't know what it is, but I guess, trying to be toxic. I don't know. I like I don't know. I fuck with The Weeknd.
That's number 2 and 3?
Yeah, it'd probably be...
Hey, like, can we also do a little thing where it's like maybe you give us an album that you're really digging from that artist right this second? That would be nice.
Sure.
So other people can hook onto that. So what is your Weeknd album?
I actually
choice?
Always gotta have his way, like, Cody over here.
I've also been
Pick up
I've been getting big into vinyl too. Like I've been buying. I spent $200 and something on fucking. I bought
vinyl.
Yeah, on records.
So do you listen to that while you box when you're training?
No, it's in my room.
You should get one that you can just play while you're out there and just drop an album. Dude,
maybe.
Hardest boxer in Pensacola. Ain't nobody doing fresh vinyl.
With the vinyl and the
fresh vinyl and just fucking
vinyl. Fresh vinyl sessions.
Scratch? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying, dude.
That shit's expensive. Just the record player itself was like almost $200.
Get a sponsor.
You're right. Get
Angel
a record.
Music, man.
Why was that the first thing I thought of too?
I'm just saying, man. They've been around for a while.
Anyways, albums. So like a Ye album that you like are digging right this second, or is that also gonna be your number 1?
Well,
you suck, dude.
I just said
you suck. Dude.
I didn't even.
I knew that was wrong.
I didn't even get to say anything.
I mean, yeah.
So what's a good Ye album people should listen to?
I think 808s. 808s is not in my
fucking hardest.
808s is not in my top 3 of Kanye albums. No, it's not. But I think it deserves. It's like a 1, 2, 3A. It's like because it inspired a whole like it's probably one of his most influential albums. I would say.
Dude.
Either that or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy because it's so like innovative in what it is and so grand. But I think 808s, as far as for the next generation of artists and rappers like Uzi's, Travis, Juice WRLD, any of those names, like those kind of rappers, they got a lot of inspiration and a lot of their sound from that. And of course, Kanye is like, he has produced some stuff for some of these artists too. So it's like they've gotten straight off of like the tree, the apple from the fucking tree with that. Yeah. And I think 808s has to be mentioned in anything.
And then the Weeknd's album that you would like. 'Cause I haven't listened to him since Trilogy. What is the one where it's like, burn, burn.
Oh, that's like 50 Shades of Grey.
That's the name of the album?
No, but that's
where it came from.
I think
right?
so. Yeah, I think that's where.
Yeah, that album, I burned a hole in that album, and then I was like, all right, cool, I'm good on him for a while.
I would say After Hours,
but it's his like face, and it's black and white. But
yeah,
you said After Hours.
Yeah, After Hours.
Beauty behind the
madness. His newest one is
that fucking the whole album slaps.
His newest one is Dawn FM, which is also really good. But I think After Hours because it came out in 2020. And
that's the one with the broken nose or something.
Yeah.
That
like
a cool album cover.
I feel like that was like the biggest album of like during when everyone's locked down for COVID. Yeah. So it kind of encapsulates that time period of everyone being locked down and shit. And it was like kind of something.
I feel like he kind of ripped on Tyler a little bit though. Like, you know how Tyler had the fake face?
Yeah.
Weeknd tried to do that shit too.
I've also been listening to Childish Gambino. This isn't part of my list. This is just something random.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Banger.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino's got some fucking bangers, dude.
Some old ones, yeah. Fucking, I've been kind of branching out and listening to that shit, but that's not like in my top ones. It's just like I've been picking and choosing songs off of that.
No, I feel that. I feel like that's how I am most of the time, though. I don't listen to me like personally. I it's very tough for me to listen to a whole album.
Yeah,
through and through. Like I really don't.
Kanye West. I'm
not a huge album person
now,
when it comes to that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even like I've been listening to Bones is like my number one. I don't know if you wanted me to wait to go to number one, but
it's okay.
The whole list is fucked at this point.
Yeah, fucking Bones is who I've been listening to probably like
just
the
do
most.
Whatever you want to fucking do.
But
you know?
I didn't listen to any of his albums. I just went on his Spotify, pressed shuffle on his fucking name because my friends were listening to him a bunch and they fucking talk about it all the time. And they buy his merch, all that fucking good shit. So I'm like, all right, shuffle. That song's dope. That song's dope. Yeah. That song's dope.
Yeah.
Then I'm starting to like kind of listen to certain songs from albums, like the popular ones, whatever. And then I'm starting to listen to like things, but it's now I'm just kind of going down a rabbit hole.
It's like a very educated way to go about a new artist.
Yeah.
Don't just listen to their most popular shit because you might only start to like that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's what everyone fucking likes because there's like the one TikTok song that everyone fucking knows.
What is that one?
Airplane Mode.
I know that. Why do I know that? What does the beat sound like? Play the beat while we're talking.
Play the beat.
Play the beat.
Hey, yo, run that shit back, dog.
Yeah, play the beat. That'd be good. Oh, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that everyone fucking knows. I remember.
It is hard, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard. Hey,
no, but it just sucks that it fucking only blew up because of like TikTok and shit like that. That's what kind of ruins.
It's hard.
No, it is. But it's like a lot of people wouldn't know this shit.
Yeah.
Because Bones is a very underground rap artist. So it's like me getting into him feels like I'm part of a fucking different society now. I'm not fucking in the mainstream anymore. And then it's like everyone's like, oh yeah, Bones fucking on TikTok.
Bones is absolutely dope. So what is your 3-2?
3-2 for artist. I've been listening to a lot of Young Dolph recently. Not any particular album, but I've just been listening to a lot of his shit.
I listened to a lot of Young Dolph when I was in high school because that's whenever he was beefing with Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
And he dropped fucking Bulletproof and fucking Gelato. Yeah. And after that, I didn't listen to him much because he was kind of like shit. But
sometimes that beef draws you in, and you're like, let me hear both.
Dude,
sides.
he's got some good shit, man. But yeah, that's one that I've been listening to a lot of. I mean, E40. Been listening to a lot of West Coast shit on the number 2. But again, he's got so much music you could listen to his music for like a year and not touch half of it.
That's why I was intimidated by Bones' discography because he's like super underground, so you don't know a lot of his shit, and his discography's fucking huge because he drops music like every couple months, and he still does to this day, and he's been doing that shit since like fucking 2015 or before.
Yeah. No, that's...
So, if I'm doing a 3-2 of, like, what I'm listening to right this second...
Yeah, right now.
This is tough because it's not necessarily my favorite artist. Probably not even in, like, the top 20 favorite artists, this first one. But right now is going to be Logic's album, Supermarket. That shit is... It's not rap. It's, like, 1990s alternative rock, but not rock.
That's what I heard about.
It's like not grunge. It's light rock, light grunge.
Have you heard Yachty's new album? I heard that was very like rock inspired and shit, and really? I need to listen to it because supposedly it's like some different ass shit. Pretty much, it's like rock and whatnot and like alternative. So it's not like rap like how Yachty has been.
I need to listen to that too.
Maybe. I think he got that whenever... Joji is one of my favorite artists altogether.
Good one. Ballads is fucking...
Yeah.
Banger!
Joji, probably my artist...
Trippie Red song? I love that shit.
Yeah. Probably top 3 artists is Kanye, Joji, and then...
You don't know Joji? He used to be Filthy Frank on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know
fucking cursed. Dude, that shit is so funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
No.
And he can... Yeah, you gotta like...
You would love ballads. Like, if you're gonna start... I would start at ballads.
You probably heard
ballads?
Joji.
No.
Oh, Joji.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you've probably heard "Slow Dancing."
Yeah.
Wait, no. Yeah.
Slow Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah, you've probably heard that song and don't know it, but you've
You might have also heard that Trippie Red song. I can't remember the name of it. It's like not Save Me or Kill. Not Kill Me.
I can't remember.
Rip. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I know it's about like suicide, basically.
Yeah.
The way he's saying.
But that's Joji is fucking up there.
So good for him to just. I mean, I know he dropped projects before ballads. Like I know he was like sampling or like testing shit out before he came over from YouTube. But for him to come over from YouTube, I think he is the most successful YouTube, like pre YouTube career to now musical artist that doesn't really fuck with YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Like, if we're using like the sample size of like Jake Paul being one of them, you'll listen to this and be like, "Holy shit, this sounds like
he's more of an artist than he is a YouTuber."
No,
you wouldn't even like if you saw that and then watched Filthy Frank, you'd be like, "What the?" fuck?
Yeah, it's not the same guy.
It's not even near.
Yeah, he has like probably personality fucking disorder too. I don't know.
I mean, any great artist like.
Hey, my Lord and Savior.
Woo!
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Fucking, you're never getting sponsored.
Yeah.
You know what?
All right, go ahead with your 2, dog.
My 2, and this artist used to go by a different name because it's like, he was a different person back then. But right now, The Highs by Mike, used to be known as Mike Stud. Mm-hmm. The album The Highs is so fucking good. Like, if you Google, or if you're on Apple and you want to look up the artist, it's literally Mike with a dot. But his album The Highs, it's from 2021. I think that whole fucking album is a vibe, bro. It's like he dropped The Highs and then just dropped like this like little mini album with his buddy Skis, which is on his record label, and he's like kind of country. But it's called Why Not Us. But he's going to be dropping The Lows soon. I think it's going to be this year because that was 2 years ago. But every album has like a theme, and it's all like sonically similar. So it like all has, I don't know, similar tones. Every song doesn't sound the same. Yeah. But you will find yourself listening to the whole album, and it'll loop, and you're like, oh damn, I already listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
But it's long
I know what you're
fuck.
talking about. That's how have you ever heard Mos Def Black on Both Sides?
No.
That's one of like the greatest fucking hip hop albums of all time. And that's how that album sounds. Like I couldn't even tell when the next song fucking started.
Yeah. This album is 23 songs long. It's an hour and 9 minutes. But you'll listen to it, and I think, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
It's fucking bangers.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm at on my number 2. So you want to do your number 1? What? Yeah.
Well, I already said it was Bones because it was. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, right now is Kanye.
Is there a good Bones thing to listen to first other than Airplane Mode?
He just dropped an album with Grief, and I don't even know who that is. Bones has this thing where he has like side projects where there's this one called Surrender Dorothy, and it's like another artist. Mm-hmm. But it's Bones, and then he'll feature Bones on a song that is it's fucking cursed.
That's kind of like, let me look this up before I just speak on it. But remember KOD? Damn, that's a song.
But no, he just dropped an album with Grief. It was I forgot the name of it. I just listened to it, but
yeah.
J. Cole would drop albums featuring himself, but it would be Kill Edward.
Yeah, that's pretty much the exact same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like Mac Miller had Larry Fishburne, but that was him producing his own music.
Yeah. And
so it's like
essentially that's the
like,
same thing.
What is that called though? That's
Alias.
Alias, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like his alias. I think that's cool, but not if the alias is the same fucking name.
No, he has like it's like there's side projects like Surrender Dorothy, Oregon Trail, fucking just random shit that just like never like a couple songs.
There's an EDM DJ. His name's Dylan Francis.
Yeah.
And he dresses up as this other guy named DJ Hansel, and he's a house DJ. He's like a deep house DJ, right? And
what does that mean, deep house?
It's a different style of music.
Okay.
So it's like DJ Hansel makes deep house music, and Dylan Francis makes like kind of more dubsteppy EDM kind of high paced stuff. And so he has an Instagram for both of them, and they talk shit to each other.
Okay.
And like he goes to his like DJ Hansel shows and shit. It's the funniest fucking thing, dude. They have this like thing going back and forth. It's so great. But it's like the same thing. It's like that's his alias, and he does shows as DJ Hansel, but it's the same dude. He just produces music, like house music under DJ
Same
Hansel.
shit with Joji. Filthy Frank, Pink Guy, Joji, fucking just a bunch of different.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone up there has it's got to be either personality disorder or they just fucking, I don't know, they fucking schizophrenic or something.
Yeah, they all have schizophrenia.
When I take my medication and all my friends go away.
You have a certain craziness to you when you're an artist that's like on a genius type level.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
Joji isn't on like a genius type level, like not on that like crazy.
Yeah. You don't have to say it. You can just look at me.
So my number one artist right now that I'm listening to is Charlie Crockett. Actually, been getting into a lot of his stuff. I've listened to him for a long time, but recently I've been listening to pretty much just him. Actually, he's one of the few. I mean, I'll still skip a couple of his songs, but 99% of the songs I'll listen to and like actually enjoy. And he just had an album come out last year called "The Man from Waco." That's like fucking all heavy hitters on there. But
what was his name again?
Charlie Crockett.
Yeah. What kind of music is it?
It's like country, but it's actual country. Yeah, it's like it's a mix between blues and folk and country. Yeah. It's got a lot of like New Orleans origins to it, so it's kind of like dirty, you know. But his shit's amazing.
Not like lighting those.
No, it's not like
they lock them doors. And
no, it's not shit like that. It's not like Tim McGraw.
God damn, I wish I could listen to that right now. The way you said, he goes, "It ain't that baby like." He got low.
I didn't mean to. I was just like,
"It ain't that baby like them." Lights down.
No, it ain't shit like that.
I mean, that is a banger though.
I mean, it hits, but it's not like you won't hear it on any country music group.
Dude, it bothers me that we weren't like we had a guest lined up and they had to cancel and we're gonna like reschedule it, but we were gonna do top 3 country artists or songs. That was circling in my potential top 3.
Really?
I just like things that catch me, like way down yonder, like shit that
way
you
down
just
yonder
hear
on the Chattahoochee.
Yeah, and you just have to sing.
Yeah,
you're like, I cannot help.
Yeah, no, I
that
get
is
it.
Like
I get it. I feel like there's a couple country songs that everybody. I don't care who you are, you hear it and it's like that's a fucking. You know what I mean?
Big Green Tractor.
You can be in any. Yeah, Big Green Tractor's one.
How's that one go?
Baby, take a ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow, make it go fast.
I don't know because my mom was country, or she is country. So
my mom was country.
Yeah, she
converted.
Yeah,
that's a yayism.
Yeah. So like a lot of stuff that she listened to around like her family, just like growing up, I know it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Well, I know how I know it because they just would listen to it. Yeah. But I never listened to it on my own.
Bro.
But I fucking know so many of them, and they just play them shits over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I should have put Dick Jagger on my list too, man. Dick Jagger, fucking. What's up, dog?
Dude, I love how he remixes like.
He's got some fucking. I'm telling
he does,
you, man. He's got some hitters, dude.
What? That's not called remixing.
No,
what is that called?
Sampling.
Yeah, he like basically does the entire beat as a sample. So fucking good.
Yeah.
You know who's the goat of sampling?
God damn.
Here we fucking go.
So if I'm gonna do my number one, it's tough because those two I've been like in rotation always. This one has been in rotation since it dropped.
Are you doing an album?
Yeah.
So you're okay.
It's J. Cole, 2014. That's what I feel like I can literally put on at any moment and I can listen to the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It's just, I feel like every single song on there is an absolute banger, and one of the best songs all time is on it, and that's Love Yours. Like,
yes.
Such a good message behind it. Like,
yeah.
I
respect it.
Do you think
J. Cole's a pretty
still... So a lot of people are now putting the comparison on Kendrick and Kanye, and I don't think that's like valid. I think it's Kendrick and J. Cole are still
for sure.
I wouldn't. Who's been saying that?
That's like what I see all the time on like anything I scroll through.
I think it's more like Ye and Drake, and then Kendrick and Cole.
Yes, I think there's the levels to it. There's the eras.
Similar. Like Ye is way closer as an artist to what Drake is as far as what they put out. And obviously they are vastly different. But
I think
Kendrick and Cole are like so cut of the same cloth.
Yeah. And I think it's like the discography because when you look at the albums put out, it's like pretty similar as far as who's got the discography. Like a lot of can go either one way or the other for Kendrick and Kanye, so they start comparing them as artists altogether since they compare discographies.
Yeah.
Because J. Cole's discography, how many albums does he have? He has what?
I think he has 7.
I don't know.
It's not like up there with Kendrick and Kanye though. His discography. Now I still think he's.
Well, if you're counting like also like collaborations with the Dreamers, like there's 2 albums off, and then you got D-Day, which is like a mixtape also with them.
I don't. Yeah,
so
I wouldn't really
1,
count
2,
those because that's like
3,
counting 4, like Cruel
5,
Summer
6.
or because Kanye has Watch the Throne and Cruel Winter and Summer, and then a couple other ones with like his label Good Music and stuff, and all that other.
So solos
shit.
he has 6.
Yeah, which is like just not up there because, like I said, Kanye has like 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah, and then
Kendrick has like 8 or 9, and
They've
been like back to back, and I think that's what it is. You know, Damn to fucking.
I'll tell you, and this might be a hot take. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but his last album,
Mr. Morale.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Not a huge
Drake's
fan,
at 14.
bro. Not a huge fan of it.
Drake has 14 albums.
Yeah. But if you're counting like Care Package was kind of like a mix of like a bunch of songs that were kind of already out.
I wouldn't count that.
Yeah, so then it's 13. But then you could also say like Her Loss is not considered just his album because it's 21 Savage.
It's like Watch the Throne. Her Loss versus Watch the Throne.
12. But then you're taking off What a Time to Be Alive. That's 11.
Okay,
What a Time to Be Alive is Future.
What a Time to Be Alive or Her Loss versus Watch the Throne.
I personally fucking super love Watch the Throne, but I also really love Her Loss. I hate Future. I think that's a trash ass album. I think that
I haven't listened to the entire
I'll be
album.
critical. Honestly, never mind. Worst album he's ever dropped. Second to worst album he has ever dropped. What a Time to Be Alive. I think there are good songs.
I think there's like 2 or
like
3 good
sound.
songs, which is that is true.
Yeah. Also, So Far Gone, his first album. Hey, probably could have not did that. You know what I'm saying? You could have just went straight to Thank Me Later and just started taking care of people.
Yeah. And I think that's why when it comes to discographies, you can't really he doesn't really hold the standard as Kanye. Even though Kanye has Jesus is King, I still think it's almost flawless to a point where it's like nothing can really touch it. Especially the first 3 album run, College Dropout, Late Reg, Graduation. Those 3 albums being his classic Grammy winning fucking it's untouchable.
I think for somebody to come straight out of the gate,
win a Grammy.
Well, I wouldn't say straight out of the gate because people wanted to just skip him. Like I watched the documentary since we last did. What a fucking documentary, by the way. I think it kind of got a little out of hand.
The third part.
Yeah, I was like, what are we?
Because it skipped. Like
about?
it wasn't really like a continuation. It was more of just picking up.
Also, I didn't like how he did Buddy. I can't remember his name.
Cootie, I think.
Cootie. I didn't like how he did him towards the end. I was like, and then the dude Cootie started feeling bad about filming him, and I'm like, oh man, this is kind of like, should we be watching this?
Yeah.
But I loved the story of him coming through.
The first 2, yeah.
That was so. I was like, damn, I might be a Ye fan.
Yeah. That shit's like inspiring to me. This is what really.
Like, he said, "What? Yeah, I probably can't get on board with that." I was like, he's starting to talk wild.
This is what probably kicked it off. Like I listened to his music. I loved his music before that. This is what changed it from just being like a music fan to like being inspired by him and his lifestyle and what he's changed. Like this is what makes me want to work harder because the way that I saw how he does it, even though it's 2 different fields, music and boxing, it's still the mind.
Sell yourself.
Yes, it's like the mindset and the way that he stayed true to the way he was gonna do it. Everything was his way. He didn't do stuff different because of the time. He didn't do stuff this way, that way. He did it his way, and he ends up being one of the best to ever do it his way. He didn't follow. This is why I don't like Drake so much, because it seems like he does stuff to fit the time or to fit the expectation, to fit something else. He's trying to place a puzzle piece in, whereas Kanye is like open canvas.
I will agree to that. I will agree that, like, Kanye can literally touch any sort of style of music, and Drake can a little bit, but he does the shinier version. And he makes music that I feel like he already knows is gonna pop.
Yes.
Where Kanye will drop music that
for himself.
Yeah, he does.
He thinks is the best, but how am I trying to say this? I don't think
it doesn't
he knows
hit
that
the
it's
masses
gonna hit
the
everyone.
same way. Yeah,
No.
I think you gotta be like a music nerd to really like all of Kanye. I feel like you could just be a fucking you. You can just be anybody and listen to anything.
Much
Drake
better.
puts out.
Yeah,
much better word.
But I am.
Yeah.
So I love Drake.
The best way I put it is Drake makes music for the people. Kanye makes music for himself. That's like the best way I could probably put it.
Fair.
No, I think
that is fair.
I think that's a pretty good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And that's why even if I there's like Jesus is King, fucking a couple of the songs in Donda, a couple of things here and there. Even though I may not be my favorite, I respect that he did it for himself.
Yeah.
And that's why even now, even throughout his entire career, whatever he said, done is true to what he feels to himself. It may be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Well, what is that one where he's like, skip it do. He's literally doing that on the
Lift yourself.
He made it for himself, man.
No, you know what it was?
Literally.
It was the beef with Drake that made him make that song. Because
Really?
what it was he sent that beat to Drake.
I'm gonna find that beat and just play it while we're talking. But go ahead.
He sent the beat to Drake, and Drake was like, "Oh, this is fire. I'm gonna write to it. And like the next day, Kanye drops this song instead of it being a song for Drake.
Yeah.
Him saying "scoopity doo, scoop whoopity."
Like, this is fire as fuck, but then he starts getting on it, and you're like,
What happened?
hey, man, you can't have edibles and release music.
Well, he was literally just trolling Drake.
Do you remember this?
No.
You never listened to this?
I don't think so.
This was like a meme.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You like tuned in to see what it was all
Because
about.
what it was,
I don't
was
think I
Drake
heard
was beefing with Pusha T and like Kid Cudi,
Yeah.
and those are Kanye's like boys.
Yeah.
So
I remember the Pusha T beef. I remember all that.
well, what it
Like,
was,
nobody does this style of music like Kanye does. Like, I don't know if he just knows like a church and he's like, yo, 50 grand on retainer. Like, anytime I need something, you drop something.
Mm-hmm.
But he does this soulful type shit better than anyone on the planet has ever done it. Listen to what's about to happen.
it's
This starts to get a little weird. And then you're like, I honestly, when I first heard it, thought it was an SNL skit.
Have you ever listened to the Single Ladies beat without Beyonce singing on it? That shit is a fucking mess.
Really?
That shit is terrible. Listen, after we're done with this, just listen to the Single Ladies instrumental. And then you'll see that shit
I
is...
don't remember it being this long.
It's
Oh, he's about to do it.
It's literally at the very end that he does it. I don't know why he let it play all the way. I could have told you.
Oh, damn. I thought it was like...
This is fucking.
This was literally released.
This was on an
That's
album,
that's
bro.
literally like a
Hey,
release
but
song.
look at the album art. Hey, man, try less.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's literally what he was just trolling Drake instead of actually letting Drake have that beat and make a song. He fucking did that
So,
shit.
did you say like Drake had already written?
I don't know exactly. Drake
Single
actually said it
Ladies.
in an interview. Yeah, just look up the Single Ladies instrumental. That shit is terrible.
Have you listened to any? You know what's really funny? Sometimes I find myself listening to 80s songs, 80s like rock songs with just the lyrics. This is just the intro.
No, this is the beat. How the fuck? That's something that you could make in GarageBand right now.
Yeah, me.
Me.
And that was on a Beyonce song.
And I'm.
Oh man.
Sometimes you just have to catch yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did. That's good.
You know, lift yourself. You know, scoopity poop.
Scoopity.
That's fucking wild, bro. Like I love.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard that. Honestly, I mean, maybe I heard it in like a meme or something like that, but didn't
Probably.
understand what the hell was happening. Crazy shit, dog.
Before we get out of here, I did want to ask one more little what is your pole sign kind of thing. I just started watching this, and it's only because it's in theaters, and I wanted to watch it in theaters because the story looked good. But Creeds, have y'all watched those?
Yeah, they're okay.
I watched I think the first one.
I still am
watched
more of
it.
a fan of Rocky. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I felt like
Rocky's the
I think it
fucking
was
shit.
because of the way that I feel the same way about how I feel about wrestling as I do these movies. It's like there's something about the way Rocky looked. And it's something about how the Attitude Era looked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe the product isn't that crazy different. Like, the story really is not. It's just wash, rinse, and repeat.
Yeah.
But there was something about, Rocky felt so believable.
Like the vibe,
And Mikey
yeah.
B. Jordan feels like...
Even though
Oh,
he's
you guys
a,
on first name basis type
Yeah.
thing? Mikey? That's
Yeah.
tight.
Mikey
Okay,
Y'all
Jordan.
homies, huh?
All right, pause.
I know you
okay?
said B. Jordan,
Yes, thank
but
you.
Mikey. What's up, dude?
Yeah, but you
Hey,
said
say the
first
whole
name,
fucking name. You know? Have some respect, you piece of shit.
I'm on a...
Shut
You
up.
haven't even
Hey,
watched him, jackass.
Shut up, dude. Michael B. Jordan.
Mikey B. Jordan, dude.
Dude.
Sir Michael B.
Dude.
Jordan the first.
Dude, hey, nobody... I honestly felt like nobody had a better, debut on SNL than I think when Mikey B. Jordan did his...
Does it again.
When he when he did his SNL debut monologue, he nailed it because he goes, "Hi everybody, I'm Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Sweating and Michael B. Nervous," and I was like, "Damn!" He perfectly played into the joke that That's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Cody B.
Yep.
You know
where you're going.
I love that his shit is just B.
Yeah.
Fuck SNL and the whole
No,
cast.
but I think fucking.
SNL is kind of
But I
love to be
get
on
what
it.
you're saying about the whole Rocky versus Creed thing because
Yes.
it doesn't hit the same way as the old school Rocky.
And what's even
movies
worse-
does.
the rust on
in
it.
the
is-
third one, they don't
it
even
is.
include Rocky in the third Creed movie. He's
Yeah.
not in it.
Well, there was,
because there's
Yes.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
been some weird shit.
yeah, and that ruined the movie almost for me. It's not like a bad movie,
I'm
but
not
it's
gonna
how are you
watch
gonna
it.
make a
Well,
Rocky
I'm not
universe
gonna watch
movie?
it.
maybe there's going to be a Creed 4 because, he directed this one. And then Rocky.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone was like, if you want to do something like just you and me,
Mhm.
like you produce the fourth one, I'll be
Yeah.
on it, but not if he's on it.
Yeah.
So it's that would be dope as fuck if he just yo, let me pay for the rights. I'll pay for the naming rights, Creed 4, but let me direct this. He's got to be out.
Yeah.
To get Rocky back in? Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Do
like you're
that
losing
shit.
a lot without Sylvester.
I think even the story just
I just love the idea. I'm one of the people that love Marvel.
mm-hmm,
I love it. I gotta watch
me
them all,
too.
right? So I love that Kang, the Emperor, is
Yeah.
also the villain in this.
Yeah.
And you were boys or something growing
Yeah.
up. I don't know the full story, but something about hey, while you were grinding, I was super grinding.
I think
I
also
love that shit.
I think the reason also too why, being in that time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean with the Rocky movies, like Rocky 4 when that movie came out. I mean, I think that was the early 80s.
Yeah.
So it was right after the Cold War or in the midst of the Cold War. And so there was still this kind of Russia
Tension,
versus
yeah.
USA thing that everybody was like, oh, holy shit, he's going to Moscow. You know what I mean? There was a lot. They did a lot with the movie in the time frame of the movie that I think made it such a big deal for them to do something
Yeah,
like that.
especially
You know
at
what I
the
mean?
time.
Yeah, so it's I think that's why they still hit to this day because you can look back and go, holy shit, that's what was happening. You know what I mean? They're kind of a glimpse in the...
I really didn't know there was that many Rocky movies. I thought there was only 4.
Yeah, there's 8.
No, there's 5.
There's
6?
6.
Yeah, 6.
There's Rocky 5, and then the 6th one is Rocky Balboa,
Yeah.
which is the Creed version of Rocky.
Yeah.
It's when he's older. And
Yeah, the after.
Yeah.
But
Rocky 4 to me still is going to be one of the best movies of all time.
that's the one where he's avenging his loss of Apollo dying.
Yeah. And that's the one that's in Russia.
Yeah,
He-
I like
he
I like
fights the
3 I
Russian
like
guy.
3 and 4.
3 was good too.
It's wild.
The first one is
you got to the fourth movie and it was still a banger, and some people do say it's the best.
I think it.
Typically, you don't get to the sequel and somebody thinks the sequel's the best.
Right.
Speaking of sequels, John Wick 4. That shit.
That's not a sequel.
It's a fourth.
What is that called?
Quadricle?
Quadricle?
I don't know.
Why'd you go cool on it? Why'd you go cool on it? Like, why'd you use it quadricle? Like, what? Why?
Sequel.
Why do we just figure shit out like that? Sequel?
Let me just add it to the end of it. Fuck it.
Yeah, but then what's a 3? Trilogy.
Trilogy.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. See how that didn't work?
Quality.
You're like,
Anyways, the fourth John Wick is coming out, and I can't wait to watch that shit.
I haven't watched a single one yet.
You gotta watch them. They're on HBO
But
Max.
I'm like not into that whole like.
I wasn't either. I didn't think I would be either. But you know what? I was watching that shit. You don't even have to be paying attention for real. There is not much dialogue. There is just straight action and killing. And
I'm not into that. Like,
no, you will be though.
I will tell you.
John Wick's a badass.
It is fun to watch. The story is not very good, but it is fun to watch.
If it's gonna be some shit like that, I like something like thriller-ish, where it's like I watched
You'll be thrilled watching this.
Yeah, this shit is fucking insane.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm not into like Fast and the Furious.
Hey, man,
like that.
It's not like Fast and Furious.
You know? No, it's not like Fast and Furious even a little bit.
But it's like all they do is fist fight now.
In Fast and Furious?
Yeah, with cars.
Jumps out of a fucking airplane with a charger.
They fist fight, but
like, what the fuck are we doing here?
There are guns and stuff.
I wonder if they're ever
John
on
Wick.
set and they're like, dude, what the fuck is this?
You know they have to, dude. They have to.
They're like, we're sending a monster truck to space?
Yeah, you know they're like, how did it get up there? And they're like, don't worry about that.
It's a Hellcat.
What?
11?
Yeah, dude. They're like,
isn't number 11 going to be in space? I thought I heard that.
100%.
I'm being dead serious.
No, it will be. It is. Yeah, they're working on my don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but my cousin works in Hollywood.
Oh wow.
And she does
allegedly.
Allegedly. She does safety stuff for the
Yeah.
I didn't kiss any of my cousins. But she works in the safety stuff for the
She did. She just got fired.
She lost her. But I asked her about it, and she was like, "That's what they're saying." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
You're like, you're going to space, and she goes, "They are literally shipping us to Mars." We are
they're fucking. They're trying to get. They're trying to get to space.
The first thing they put on Mars, a fucking Dollar General.
Okay, yeah, for real. Dollar General, mattress firm, fucking
mattress firm. PacSun. There's a PacSun up there.
It's gonna be empty.
Yeah. There's nobody in there. They're making money though.
When was the first time you realized in the Fast and the Furious franchise that something was a tad bit off?
I haven't even watched all of them. I'm still at.
Me neither.
I
don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I stopped at 3.
I think I'm at 5. I haven't watched 6 yet.
I think even in the first movie, was it the first movie or second movie?
No, you're on it.
Where?
No, you're right. Whatever you're about to say is absolutely right.
I think it's the first one. Where he goes, where he's Roman's like trying to talk to Paul Walker.
I said, forget about it, cuz.
He's like, what's going on? And he goes, I said, forget about it, cuz. Once that happened, I was like, this is going downhill.
Oh, no.
The second one was good.
Oh, I'm not talking about when you knew it was going downhill. When you knew that, like, it's only going to keep getting more outrageous.
Whenever Vin Diesel, whenever he was in the parking garage and he literally punched a parking garage in half, that's how I knew. That's how I knew
really
this. Yeah, it's in like the 5th one. They're like fighting on top of a parking garage, and he either I can't remember if he punches or like steps down on the fucking thing, but he's like family, and then the fucking the parking lot like breaks.
No way.
Yeah, no.
I think the first time I realized was the first race scene. Paul Walker shifts. I don't know, 17 and a half times.
You're right.
And I was like, that isn't a real car.
No, because you're downshift.
Wild.
Whenever you slow down, you downshift, upshift, downshift.
Yeah, but it was only going up
the whole
time.
It was the same. It was a stock video of him shifting into 4th.
I would say for me, it'd be whenever the chick in the pink car drove over that thing. It's like you wouldn't do if you had that car with that and you spent that much money on it. I'm not jumping over a fucking bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
I don't care what race you got me in.
What is fucking Vin Diesel's name in that movie? Who is he?
Dom
Toretto.
Dom family.
Yeah.
Dom FT. DTF? DFT?
DFT.
You saw me almost figure some shit out. I was like,
Don't try to.
Yeah, dude, fucking Fast and the Family is
the fastest in the family.
Fate of the Furious.
Oh, this is it. Yeah, he's like, the street always wins, and then he punches the ground.
No.
Yeah. No, it's great.
What is the clip itself called? The Street Always Wins?
Yeah, Furious 7, the street always wins.
I forgot what you said.
Furious 7.
Damn it.
The street always wins.
Furious 7.
What are you eating the hardest? It was a burger, and it had so much cheese on it.
The 2-minute one. The 2-minute one.
Oh, hold on. What'd you say?
What are you laughing at?
There was a thumbnail for a stupid-ass video, and it doesn't make any sense. That shit was just so funny to me. It was a burger, and it was just a big stack of cheese.
Yeah, he's stoked.
That shit was fucking hilarious. You don't even know what I'm talking about. It was just on the screen for like a second.
It's just hilarious. It's just great.
It's so hard. It's like, now I want to go back.
Yeah, this when he's fighting
Jason
Shaw.
Statham, though?
Yeah, this is when...
Oh, no. See, I can't believe that, because Jason Statham would body his ass. In real life, he would fucking murder that.
You gotta hear when he says the street always wins, too. It's like, fucking, dude, it's so cringy. It's really good. It's this is probably one of the best moments in moments in movie history.
You can clearly tell the podcast is winding down because we're watching a movie.
Furious 7.
Oh, I fucking love that dude. He was in Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio. Holy shit.
Yeah, why are there just grenades sitting in the fucking passenger seat?
Oh, dude, you know what we didn't even finish on? We didn't talk about what cars we would... Because you're like...
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how we got off that.
For me, STI 07. Same.
Oh, yeah, you did kind of say that. What was yours?
Dream? Dude, I don't know, man.
I mean, Porsche Carrera GT2.
That's a good one.
Because it's...
Dude, a sleeper version of your car? Kind of like how they did the Marauder. Do you remember
the Marauders are bad as fuck.
Blacked out, but the rims are chrome?
Yeah.
Because, not gonna lie, Porsches are like very similar with the engines being flat. A lot, yeah, the boxer engines. They're like basically a higher up version of the Subarus, which is why me being a Subaru fucking enthusiast would gladly go from a Subaru to a Porsche. Okay.
What?
What?
Think about a street fight.
The street
always wins. And then
also,
stomps the ground out.
You sound just like Dom.
Thanks, man. I work on it.
Like, what are you doing in Pensacola?
But yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, okay, this is getting crazy. Right, I don't know. I think
I wonder if you go back.
Yeah, I wonder.
Just go home.
No, just press the back button. Is there a back button?
I mean, that is what.
Nah, it's not gonna go to it. That shit was so funny.
Where was it?
It was just, I don't know. You were typing something in, and it was just there on the bottom. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Damn.
What was the thing
what was I trying to? What is it? The clip called?
You put what? Well, it was searching what you were trying to put in first. So you were like, "What is it?" And then you moved the thing.
So
what is it?
It was just what?
What is? What not you. It. God damn it! This is always a fucking trouble.
Oh man.
What is it?
No, just go back to what? It's just what. I think whenever it was just...
We are YouTubing what at this point, dude? The podcast is over.
What?
What?
No, it's not.
Put what is.
Listen.
What is.
No. I think it was...
Damn it.
What are you eating the hardest? That was the title.
What are you eating the hardest? What the fuck are we Googling, dude? What the fuck is that?
Why does it have 2.3 million views?
What the hell?
Okay, one of Chick-fil-A.
It's a mountain of cheese.
Skull with rice.
Bean cake.
Pepto-Bismol. Holy shit.
This is the shit I be...
We gotta get off.
Oh,
We're fucking up bad right now.
That's the shit that I be looking up on my free time.
All right.
Dude, by the way, congrats on your last win.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a
congratulations,
good or bad
bro.
thing to you, 'cause I don't want to bring up some
Fucking trauma.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Are
Congrats.
you gearing up for any fights coming up soon, or are you ballparking?
My next one is in July. We were just getting ready with Devin and Cade and them. Actually, we were just talking about it. We were helping them. We were sparring there pretty much all the last couple weeks.
Are you going up there with them?
No, they offered. We could have, but I work. They probably could have because like we do a lot for each other. Before my fight, Devin and Cade and whatnot were sparring. Mainly Devin was sparring with me, and then for their fight, I'm over there whenever they need sparring because this is how we help each other out. Because once you make it to like a next level, you have to pay for sparring partners and shit like that. You have to get people to come down here to give you certain looks and stuff. So it's like we have a pretty good thing where we can work with each other and get better with each other
together.
Yeah, and kind of still do our own things as far as the fights and stuff. But anytime, if I wanted to, I'm sure they would be glad to fucking get me out there and get a ticket or something. But I just have my shit that I gotta do and whatnot. So
well, that's tight though. You got to. So you said the next one's July.
Yeah, we're looking at July.
Tag us in it and we'll post it on the page.
And then, not anything set in stone, I don't think yet. But November, we're looking at one in Foley, which is that's the one I want. Like, if I can get everyone to come to, that's the one I want.
Dude, we'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's like that's the closest one I can get to here right now. So that's what we're looking forward to right now, July and November.
Damn right, dog. We love it.
Fuck yeah.
Good shit.
Before we get out of here, we're gonna shout out some sponsors. Speaking of Foley, we're sponsored by a gym out there, Panacea Martial Arts in Foley, Alabama. Tony Rayborn's the owner of the gym. Some of my I used to teach there on Wednesdays, and Rich
Chmulesky
took over, and he is the owner of a lifestyle experiment. And some of my students, Lauren, Shane, Yeager, they all got their blue belts.
Oh, hell yeah.
I went to a family day over there a few Sundays ago now. And yeah, that was big fucking deal for me.
That's tight.
Like, it was so cool to see them. And I got to put the belt on Yeager. Like, I've never belted somebody, so I was like, dude, this is fucking wild.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that was really cool, really special to me. But their gym is growing, like, super big. Like, I could not believe how many kids were there. Dude.
It's a huge fucking gym over there.
It was like 100 fucking kids.
It's crazy.
Maybe we shouldn't cuss so much during this one. The admin's probably going to be like...
Yikes.
Yeah, they'd drive like 6 F-bombs like right off rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, but it's a great gym.
I mean, if you heard the rest of this podcast...
If you got this far into it...
If you got through the first 5 minutes...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or like the lawnmower boner.
If you got through what are you eating the hardest?
Yeah.
The cheeseburger.
If you made it through all that.
Yeah, we appreciate you sticking around for so long. But great gym, great people. Rich is putting out dope stuff right now. He just got back in town. And they're doing amazing things. I know he's going to get to work on some new products and have more stuff up on the website. That, for a lifestyle experiment, their website is going to be alefl.com. It's a pretty dope website if you want to check it out and see what stuff they have. Panacea Martial Arts on Instagram if you want to check them out. They have a free 1-week trial if you want to go out there and check it out. But if you're in town, where could they go? Like if they're in Pensacola.
Bro, if you're ever in Pensacola, man, pull up the Kazushi Club, dog. Over there off of Cervantes, right before or right after Calvert's, right next to Calvert's, and that Domino's and stuff there. That's run by Derek Overby. Is the coach over there, is our head coach. And his little brother, Casey Overby, also run Little Guy Jits. That's their social media stuff, but they do a lot of stuff for smaller guys who are doing jiu-jitsu for larger opponents. So definitely check them out on there. And if you're in Pensacola and want to check out the gym, you get a free week trial, just like at Panacea too. Yeah. We have open mats every Saturday.
Which is free to anyone in all companies. And
then classes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, and night classes Monday through Thursday. So yeah, definitely go check them out. The room full of killers, great fucking people. the most homey gym you'll ever step foot into. They're great over there, so definitely go check them out.
Super technical.
Yeah, really technical gym, which is fucking sweet. So yeah, definitely if you're in Pensacola and looking for a jiu-jitsu gym, definitely check out Kazushi Club. And if you're looking to get some fucking sweet ass ink put into your skin, Johnny Mumbles down at Sacred Grounds.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking to get some tattoo work or artwork or whatever it is, Sacred Grounds down in downtown Pensacola. They've got insane artists down there. Anybody down there does great work, but Johnny Mumbles, you've seen we've posted a couple of his videos recently, I think, on the Instagram.
Yeah, and he just did this tattoo on my wrist, the 222. It's like a tattoo I share with my sister.
Yeah.
What? Technically, Tyler?
That's another podcast.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Who is that?
His name's Tyler.
I mean, I got that. Like, is that somebody
I know. Well, I've met him, but shout out Tyler.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, technically Tyler. He's a good dude. Yeah, I met him at the Outcast sale actually a couple weeks ago, so that's pretty
dope.
sweet. But yeah, he's got a podcast here in town as well. So yeah, check him out too. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Before we get out of here, shout out RJ Summerlin, another fellow boxer.
Yeah,
he has a podcast in the Neutral Corner.
Yeah,
that's like kind of up and coming. And he also has another one. I think it's called Silent Libraries. He's like a routine co-host on. Hold on, I want to shout them out real quick.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It's Private Libraries podcast, but like he does the podcast with this guy Logan Brown, and Logan Brown is like a stand-up comic here. Okay. But like he'll go on and like give his like take on like fights and shit.
Oh, sweet.
But
hell yeah,
shout out all them guys.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to you guys for watching.
We appreciate you guys listening. We can't thank homie for filling in on super short notice.
Yeah.
Thanks for pulling up, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for pulling up.
Like, I was fucking at my Publix. I was like, yeah. Like, I just look at my phone. He goes, "You can make it at 5?" I was like, "Yeah." I'll probably have to just skip running today, but I gotta get training soon anyways. But
I heard that. Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming and hanging out, man.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
been good shit, like always. But hell yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee 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 yee.